Hello Year 9. Today's learning objective is to know how to use one calculation to work out another. Here is the starter activity. There are 6 questions here. Please pause the video and take 10 minutes to work through these questions. Okay, so here are the answers to the starter activity. Please pause the video here and take a bit of time in green pen to mark your 6 answers. Well done if you got them all right. Okay, so for the first question, the first I do and we do. We've got 19 times 18 equals 342. And it asks us to find the value of 190 times 18. So, if we compare the calculation in the I do with our base calculation, 190 times 18, you'll see that 190 is 10 times bigger than 19, and 18 is the same as the 18 above. So our answer to this calculation will be 10 times bigger than 342 because the 190 is 10 times bigger. So 342 times by 10 gives me 3,420. Please pause the video here and take a bit of time to work through the first we do. 19 times 180. Okay, so for the first we do, 19 times 180. Compare it to our first calculation. The 19 is the same value. 180 is 10 times bigger than 18. So our solution will be 10 times bigger than 342. So 342 times 10 gives me 3,420. Okay, so for the next I do, we have 19,000 times 18, and we have to work out what that equals. Compare it to the calculation above. 18 has the same value again. But 19,000 is 1,000 times bigger than 19. So our solution to this problem will be 1,000 times bigger than 342. So if we do 342 times 1,000, we will get 342,000. Please pause the video and try the we do for yourselves. Okay, so 19 times 1,800. Again, compare it to our base calculation. 19 holds the same value. 1,800 is 100 times bigger than 18. So our answer is going to be 100 times bigger than 342. So 342 times 100 gives us 34,200. So for this I do, we have 2 decimals. 1.9 times 0.18. 1.9 is 10 times smaller than 19. 0.18 is 100 times smaller than 18. So 10 times smaller, 100 times smaller. Our answer must be 10 times 100, which is 1,000, 1,000 times smaller than 342. So 342 divided by 1,000 gives us 0.342. Please pause the video and try the we do for yourselves. Okay, so 0.19 times 1.8. Now 0.19 is 100 times smaller than 19. 1.8 is 10 times smaller than 18. So again, our answer is going to be 100 times 10, which is 1,000. 1,000 times smaller than 342. So 342 divided by 1,000 gives me 0.342. Give yourself a tick and green pen if you got that right. Well done, Year 9. So this question is a little bit different in the fact that we've got a gap in our calculation and we have to work out what the missing number is. Now we're given that 190 times 18 equals 3,420. And we have to compare this to this calculation here. Now 180 is 10 times bigger than 18. Our answer is also 10 times bigger than their answer. So 190 must hold exactly the same value. So this is going to be 190 times 180 equals 34,200. Please try the we do for yourselves. So for the we do, we have blank times 1,900 equals 34,200. Compare that again to our base calculation. 190 and 1,900, well 1,900 is 10 times bigger. Our answer is 10 times bigger. So 18 must remain the same. 18 times 1,900 equals 34,200. Here are 12 questions for you to try independently. Please pause the video here and take 15 to 20 minutes to work through these 12 questions, and we will review the answers and mark in green pen afterwards. So here are the answers to the questions we've just done. Please pause the video here and mark in green pen. I'll be interested to see if anyone can get 12 out of 12. So question 2 and 3 have examples similar to the ones the last I do and we do that we did, where we have a gap and we've got to work out the missing number. So given that 230 times 37 equals 8,510, fill in the blanks. Work through these two questions, pause for 15 minutes, work through these 12, and I'll be interested to see how you all do. Here are your 12 answers to those questions we just did. Please mark in green pen. So here we're asked a slightly different type of question. It's asking us to rewrite the division calculation using the same values. So 45 divided by 5 equals 9. How can we rewrite this? Well, 45 divided by 5 equals 9. So we can rewrite this equivalently that 45 divided by 9 equals 5. Please pause the video and try the we do for yourselves. See how you can rewrite the calculation. So 35 divided by 5 equals 7. How can we rewrite this? Well, we can rewrite that 35 divided by 7 equals 5. Okay, so 45 divided by 5 equals 9. How can we rewrite this? So 45 divided by 5 equals 9. So 45 divided by 9 will equal 5. Pause the video and try the same for the we do. So here we have to rewrite the division calculation as a multiplication calculation using the same values. So we're given that 284 divided by 4 equals 71. So we can rewrite this using multiplication to say that 284 equals 4 times 71, or 71 times 4. Remember that multiplication and division are opposites. Pause the video and try the we do for yourselves. Rewrite it in two ways. So 368 divided by 4 equals 92. So we can rewrite this as 92 times 4 equals 368, or 4 times 92 equals 368. Give yourself a tick and green pen if you got that right, and we'll move on to some questions. Here are 12 questions for you to try yourselves. Pause the video for 15 minutes and work through these 12 questions. Here are the 12 answers to the questions you just did. Please make sure to mark in green pen. And similar to the last examples we did, this question is asking you to rewrite the multiplication calculation using the same values to form two division calculations. So looking at question A, 3 times 5 equals 15. Rewrite that using division in two different ways. Complete these 6 questions. Pause the video for 10 minutes, complete these 6. Here are the answers to those 6 questions you just did. I'll be interested to see if anyone got 6 out of 6. Well done, Year 9. Okay, so this is similar to the first questions we did in the lesson. The first I do says, given that 156 divided by 12 equals 13, find the value of 1.56 divided by 12. I apologise for the lack of a worked example here. So, we've got to look at this calculation compared to our first one. First one says 156 divided by 12 equals 13. This one says 1.56 divided by 12, and we have to work out what it equals. Now look at the 12. The 12 is the same. But 156 and 1.56, well, 1.56 is 100 times smaller than 156. So our solution will also be 100 times smaller. So if you do 13 divided by 100, you will get 13 over 100, or 0.13. Please pause the video here. See if you can do the we do yourselves. Okay, so the we do says, given that 108 divided by 9 equals 12, find the value of 1.08 divided by 9. Again, the 9 is the same, we are dividing by the same number. But 1.08 and 108, we have to compare those two. 1.08 is 100 times smaller than 108, so our final answer will be 100 times smaller than 12. So 12 divided by 100 gives me 12 over 100 as a fraction. You can simplify that, or you can write as a decimal 0.12. Okay, and for the next two I do and we do's, the first one says, given that 156 divided by 12 equals 13, find the value of 15,600 divided by 12. So, compare the first two numbers, 156 and 15,600. 15,600 is 1,000 times bigger than 156. The 12 is exactly the same. So because the number we are dividing is 1,000 times bigger than in the first calculation, our answer will be 1,000 times bigger too. So 13 times 1,000 makes 13,000. Please pause the video here for a couple of minutes and try the we do yourselves. Okay, so the we do says, given that 108 divided by 9 equals 12, find the value of 10,800 divided by 9. Now the number we are dividing by has stayed the same, but the number we are dividing has again grown by 100 times bigger. So our answer will be 100 times bigger. 12 times 100 equals 1,200. Okay, so did anyone spot my mistake on the idea? So 156 and 15,600. Now 156, compare that to 15,600. Some of you may notice that I said that was 1,000 times bigger. What I meant to say is that is 100 times bigger. So our answer to this one should be 100 times bigger than 13. So it should be 1,300. Well done if anyone spotted my mistake. I'll have to give you an achievement point. Okay, so here are some questions for you to try independently. There are 15 questions here. So I'm going to ask you to pause the video for 15 to 20 minutes and work through those questions as best you can. Okay, so here are the 15 answers to the questions you've just done. Give yourself a tick and green pen if it's right or wrong. I'll be interested to see if anyone can get 15 out of 15. Good work, Year 9. And for the last activity of the lesson, here are 12 questions. Pause this video for 15 to 20 minutes and work through these 12. I will put the answers in a moment. So here are the last 9 answers to the questions you've just done. Please give yourself a tick and green pen. If it's right or wrong, correct it in green pen if you've made a mistake. And thank you for listening, Year 9. Well worked today.